Just leaving that there smooth and we go to come across with the fabric.
And what are you using?
I'm using a foil. Heavy industrial foil. Now I know it's not plywood or nothing, but at least that way. See, you still might have to get into the door there if anything ever happens, that locking mechanism. You still have to get in.
Yeah.
That's the problem, putting all that stuff on. Okay, we're just going to start this side here to put a wee bit of carpet on. I filled these holes just here, but just with a file back. It's a heavy gauge file, and it saves it. Then you might be able to see some of the hole or a slight wee indent, but I mean it cuts out a lot of it, so it does. So we'll try to get this all done. With that all done there, we'll try to get this part done here on the up round the wheel arch. That'll be good crack. Oh, there's a couple of wee sockets there, but the rest, as you can see, you haven't done the window. I will leave them for cuttings, whatever cuttings we've left over for that, but we have done the rest. And that's the head of the bed, and there's where we done the back, where all these vents and bits and pieces, we just carpeted the whole lot, put those back in again. It means if there is a problem with the bulb branding, you just have to cut a hole in the carpet. What do? I didn't want to be able to look through the vents and see the white van in behind the vents, so that'll cure that. So we'll have to do the same here. I've took the vents off, as you can see, put the wall in, and we'll go from there. Right, we'll get back to you later on. Okay, we've just finished off the back, down around them sides and up round there, but then we cover it back on again. I know it's hard to see just with the way that door is, but maybe this might help, I don't know. You'll be able to see there, that's about the job. So with the brighter stuff at the top and the darker stuff going down the walls. Alright below. That bike's keeping me right, keeps me right all day. Anyhow, next thing I'm going to tackle is this here. This ceiling. You know, above the cab. It's a difficult enough wee bite to do. So that's the file back in the roof, and I'm going to lift that up and see if I can get that up in there, but we'll take it from there. I'll get back to you. Fingers crossed it'll work out. If it doesn't, well, sure, we'll get it to work out. Okay folks, that's the bulkhead, if you can see there. It's not easy done, but it's not. I thought it would have been worse, to tell you the truth. I know it's hard to see there, like, but $200 amp, the best I get out of Amazon. Again, there's a fair height, so it is. So what I intend to do is to put this probably somewhere in here. Somewhere in there, plus and minus. And that's where that'll sit, and then I'll put my bench seat out over the top of it. Okay folks, another couple of yokes here. What is this? Oh, that's my wee regular, that's the battery. That's the wee yoke to tell me what's left in the battery, bits and pieces, so I can hit it and see what's going on. So we'll have to get that lined up. And then this one here, as you all know, anybody into it, they'll know that Ryan is doing access, and most of them all 30, but the new 50 is in, but the 30s were heating up in wee bits and pieces. So I thought I'd just take a wee look at this one. Not that I know much about them anyway, to be honest with you, but a bit of destructions, and I definitely know I have to regulate the current, that's for sure, because I don't want that wee battery over there blowing to bits. And the price of the damn thing. And that's the Iran Access 50 amp. In, out, okay. Jesus, looks simple enough for the money, isn't it? And then I'll have to get a wee bar. Okay, that's me at the minute with this stuff here, so I'll have to figure out what I'm going to do and where they're all going to go. Have an idea, but I'll get back to you once I get further on down the line a wee bit. Hopefully that helps somebody out. Okay folks, we're just taking out this battery. There's an hour purchase there from Amazon. Look, I done the terminal in the front of the van with a wee vise. Now it's strong enough, you're not pulling it apart, but a vise maybe isn't just made for crimping, it's made for holding things. So I bought this wee thing. I looked online and done a good bit of research, and I seen the hydraulic ones. I thought they were, geez, yeah, they're business, but the more I looked into them, the more people were complaining about leakages from the wee piston And I know from experience using jacks before, if there's a weak spot on a jack, it's going to be oil leaks. So when I studied the form, I says, no, I'll not bother. So I went for this manual one here. So if you just hold that for a second. It's, again, it's an Amazon. And all the different, you just push that in and you get the different sizes of cables. So I'm going to use this in here to crimp. So that comes, this just comes with a pack. And they're the crimps. It's for cutting cables. And these come as well, but geez, they're light, boy. You can spit through them. They're very light. So I'll see how I go. I have heavier ones there. I might use them. But these copper ones, they seem extremely light. To be a better conductor, I'd say, maybe. But, and then I'm running short of these shrink straps anyway, so they come as well. So that's it, folks. With all the research looking at crimpers, that's the ones I come up with. Because you don't use them that often, but you still need them. By the time I get this crimped and do on and off switches and bits and pieces, and they're cheap. I think there's about 36 quid.
Yeah.
So all in all, probably not too bad if you're doing a complete van. Look at, it's probably £36 well spent. And this ground cover here, another one as well, from the box.
Battery.
They come from the battery. Look at this here would do a wee drawer down something. Well, yes it would. They fit in too, look at. There you are.
Recycling at its best.
A free drawer. Anyhow, we'll talk to you later once you get on another wee bit. Talk to you again. Okay folks, another wee bit of stuff come. That come earlier on, okay, done the first fixing with that. So, to be honest with you, there's not much stuff on it. Just a light. Spare light, okay. That's for above the bed. I damaged one of them wee lights. That's that wee boy there. I forgot what that was. Okay, I'll not need him. I'll put him back. This wee boy, I'm fucking not sure what's in this here. Truth was told. Oh, I know what it is now. Right. Red wolf, okay. That's my insulating switch, which I'll need anyway. That wee boy. I think you can see it there. That's the way it works. So if a couple of them to go in, there should be one in this box here. 60 amp. And that's all, that's 60 amp. That's actually a big. Ah, see the difference? This come with the RGB. This one, and there's the difference. The switches are down, but there's a cover RGB. Red Wolf, you got a bad mark there, boy. That's the exact same, only there's no cover for it to protect it. Not that it really matters, but still, just if you are buying one off Red Wolf, just be prepared there's going to be no cover on it. I think there should be one on it. Okay folks, I'll scratch my head here for another 10 minutes and see what the hell the way that's going to work out. I'll get back to you. Right folks, I think we have a ball of stuff here to get sorted. I think they have an idea what way it's running, but again it takes a wee while just to get your head around it. And this wee yoke goes here, and that tells me all the current that's going through the van, what the battery's doing and what other instruments are doing as well. Okay, talk to you later. I meant to say to you, this battery that come there, done a wee bit of research on the batteries. That seemed the cheapest one I could get in Amazon, in around the 200 amp mark, that type of thing. I wanted a battery that had a battery management system, a BMS. So this one seems to have it. How good it is, I don't know. DC house, look at, I give a punt. It's in around 400 sterling. So, I think it's worth a bit of a chance. But it's fair. I wouldn't say it's heavy. It's not heavy by any means. So we'll see what happens. What does it say on a 10-year lifespan guarantee on it? Oh well, I'll take that with a pinch of salt. And more than 4,000 cycles. So again, take that with a pinch of salt. How do you know how many cycles she's done, sure? Unless you're going to count them all. Anyhow, I'll let you know how I get on once I figure out all this other jargon behind me here. Back again, folks. I think I have this sort of half sorted alright. So I'm going to have, once you see it in the van, it'll make sense. Out here, it's not maybe, it might not easy to understand, but anyway, I have a feed coming in, 60 amp fuse, going through the fuse, coming back out and into a Victron, and then it'll come back out of the Victron over to the battery, and that'll regulate my battery. But then I also have the black coming in. There'll be a bar here, which will T-bar, it'll go up onto here, and it'll go straight onto my negative, onto my battery. And then there's a wee regulator that just it'll let me know what item is consuming what voltage. For example, a fridge or lights or whatever. Once I put it on, this wee regulator regulates the current and lets me know what current I'm using. So once I get it in place, I'll explain it better. So hopefully it'll work alright. So that's it roughly there. I'll talk later on. Oh, by the way, matter of fact, I had to go and find out exactly which was the feed in and feed out, because you could have the feed in at the bottom and feed out. No, but it doesn't say in the packaging. It says make sure it's regulate or put into the diagram. But the diagram I got with this by here had no, I don't know, it's lying in the van somewhere. It didn't actually say which is in, and it doesn't say on the actual trip itself, in and out. But I had to go on YouTube, but this YouTube's brilliant. That's why I'm doing it. Maybe help someone out as well. I found out it's the top one is the feed in, and the bottom one's always the feed out. So if that's any help to someone, all the better. So that's it for now. I'll leave it there. Okay, folks, I've sorted out something here. I still need to put a bar across here and my shunt to register the appliances, what voltage they're using across here. So it's starting to come. It's slow, but I'm getting there. Okay folks, back again. This is it in its rough form. So as you can see there, I have it rightly sorted at the moment, but I'll go through it there later on. And that's actually the tools I've used. You wouldn't believe the tools you need. Only flat crimper I bought there, that's the first time I've ever used it. Unbelievable. And them other bits and pieces, you just couldn't do without them. You'd be running all the time. I just sit there and away I go. And tip away and tip away and tip away. Once the tools are in, that's it. I can just tip away at it. Okay folks, we're out there putting in this battery monitor. So I haven't it rigged up yet, I've just put it in. But that's it, 13.23 volts. And that's coming from this battery here. So that's what she's currently sitting at. I'll have to program that there to tell her she's 100% full on that, but I'll have to charge that battery up a little bit before I do that. So that's the setup, you can see. So now I'll put the fuse on in the front of the cab, and that should send power then back up to this. Once I do that, I'll knock that on and then knock that on and see how we're going. So I'll head to the front of the cab now and see what's happening. Oh, by the way, had so much wire I've left over on the battery cable, and I thought I had at least a metre, if not more, to play with between one thing or another, going round corners and bits and pieces. But it just shows you, make sure you have the plenty. And that's my wee setup there. So I've said before, just the live in, live out, up to the regulator, come down, and that'll regulate my 12 volt battery here, the 200 amp. And then the power back going in through a trip right into this red wire here that goes in underneath and feeds the whole back. This live here, that's the one that the Orion is regulating to charge the battery. This wee supply here is just to put power onto this clock. That's all that's for. And once I put the fuse in, that's what I'll do now, and that should leave me with power going the whole way right to the back, right up onto this baby here. So although nothing much is plugged in, alright, but you will see. We'll get the fuse in anyway at the front and see what happens. That's the setup there now. She's come a long way from when we first started, I know that. So it has. And that's the seats I've installed there. Put in them windows, done that. So, and there's my wee trolley, can't walk without her by. And that's the back of her, and that's the roof. Now we've cupboards to put up in bits and pieces like, but, and that's the head of the bed. So hopefully this'll put power to the back now after all that work. Okay. So this wire, if I can get it out, that wire there goes in underneath the seat and comes out here, wee bit of protection there on it just, and that's it, straight up that trip. So the trip's out, so I can still put the power on. So maybe now I'll get this in here connected. That's connect onto the live of the battery here, right round. That's my online fuse, and that's this wire here. So I'm going to connect him onto that there. That'll give me power to the back. Okay, that's what we're hooked up there now. She's sitting in there, a wee bit of rubber there, that if any bit of movement there, it'll protect it. That's the online fuse, and that's it going back. So we'll go back to the back now. I'll start this yoke, but I don't want to start her until I see what's going to happen here with the monitor. So 14 volts, 14 point, right. So that means the power's coming in, going on to that, and onto the regulator. Okay, so that's the regulator on. So the power is going to come out up there, into the battery, out of the battery, and now this will put the power to the back. So if I want to isolate the back, I just push that button, everything in the back of the fan is isolated. So that's it on. And if I want to isolate anything from here forward, I'll push this button, and if I want to isolate the whole lot at the front of the van, I'll just pull out that fuse. That's it all isolated. So that's it all on at the moment. I'm still reading 13.24. I wonder if I should start this van. So she's sending power to the back. So she is. There's 4 charging the battery back. I don't know if you can see that or not. 13.6, 7, 13.7, yeah. So that's 4 charging now. So I'll have to bring that up to 100% charge. Once she's 100% charged, then I'll be able to set this here V clock. So at least she's charging, so that alternator, she's charging away. Okay. And that's meant to regulate it in and out. Okay. We'll put a wee bit of power then onto the back here if I can. Give me a minute. Onto this way. Control panel. I think it's that way. Right. Right, this is this. So I should have power on this wee baby. Right. Okay. I'm not sure which zone switch. So wonder is that any? No, not sure. That could be a fridge or anything. I'm not sure. Geez, there's my lights on anyway. One light. They're on a different circuit. So these should come on. These ones. Yeah. This should come on. This is the first time I've put these lights on with the van going and everything sort of running. And that's my wee garage one. If I want to go into the garage, you hit the side of them, not the centre. Cheers, that and sprite. I thought they were dimmers. No, they're not. Right. So that's the garage on. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Here we go, boy. Jesus, great. Hopping into bed here. The whole idea is I can jump into bed, hit the light, and that's it. I want to get on, put them back on again, put them on, and put them on. That's the business now. I wonder if my van alright. Yeah, it seems to be running alright. This way, still putting in 13.79, maybe 13.8 should be coming too. Anyhow, folks, that's the power on the back of the van for the first time. I think this here. Oh, it alters. Right there. That's not a bad wee light there now. Don't like that one. Oh, I missed it. Missed it again. That's it. Right, just for reading lights. Cheers, I'm happy with this boy. I'm happy with this setup now. At the minute anyway. Right, put everything off, hit the button, everything's off. And if I want them zones back on again, that's them back on again. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Okay folks, I'll leave on that note that everything's sort of working at the minute anyway. That could change, but so far so good. the persistence of this old wiring is paid off alright, as you can see there. That's the setup. Had a bus bar there to go across, take me up. That's my black coming from the body of the cab up into this wee bite, the ox beam. Well, the ran stayed across, stayed up into here, and that runs that wee clock. So all my earth, well, there's only 2 earths here coming from here, and the other side of this B for battery, it goes straight onto the battery. So that's the setup. I hope it's helpful to someone, or someone can get somewhere. You can take a wee look at it and just study the form if you're doing it yourself. Just take a bit of time, but I would advise you spend a few pound on the tools, especially the crimping. It's unbelievable. Even the wire strippers, the time you save for them is unbelievable. So I'll leave you on that note. I'll talk to you later, Dave. Good luck.